Om Shanti. Good morning, diamond morning. Baba is preparing us. What is he preparing us for? The new world. But at the same time, before the new world, he's preparing us to make intense effort. And that means to be in such a state of manmanabha.
Hello. So Baba is preparing us to be in the state of manmanabha, to belong to him, the divine, stay with him, the divine. But before that, we got to practice this stage of soul consciousness. Then we can fix our mind on the self and Baba. If we are not in the state of soul consciousness, our mind goes here, there, and everywhere. And so attention means to pay that kind of attention, that I can feel myself as a soul. I can experience that, but I can also see others as souls. Whilst it might be easier to feel the self as a soul, experience the self as a soul, if we do not practice seeing others as souls as we act and interact, it will become ordinary. So it's something we have to remind ourselves. And so, I am a soul is one, but I'm a child of formalisms. What type of soul am I? What type of child am I? What is supreme? And who do I belong to? If I remind myself, who do I belong to? I will want to be with the one I belong to. And whilst that is happening, many other things will happen. Sins will be burnt. There will be closeness in relationship. I will be more intoxicated. I'll want to make more intense effort. I will see my future kingdom. I will want to see my status there. And so it goes on and on in a very intoxicating way to make the quality of effort that Baba is preparing us for and the reward for the new world. Today's Murli is the 29th of January 2023. Original date, the 2nd of December, 1993. The theme. In order to be number one, become an embodiment of virtues and a great donor who donate virtues. Today, the unlimited mother and father are looking at the special children in all four directions. What specialities are seen? Which children are constantly knowledgeable? Which children have claimed a right to the unchangeable kingdom of self-sovereignty, are constantly free from obstacles, constant yogis, and constantly great donors. He's asking which only a handful out of souls, only a handful of souls out of multi-millions have become such special souls. You have all become knowledgeable yogis and great donors. But only a few have become these constantly, all that we listed before. Those who are unending, changeable, and constant can become the victorious jewels of the rosary of victory at the conference age. But that it gives every child what he gives every child at the conference age: blessings of remaining unchangeable and constant. But they become number ones in constantly imbibing these blessings in their lives. The easiest way to become number one is to become a constantly great donor. To be a constantly great donor means to be a constant, easy server. Because only those who are easy can be constant. To be constant, to be a constant server means to be constantly a great donor. To be a constantly great donor. You are the children of the bestower. You are the elevated souls who are full of all treasures. The sign of being full is to be a constantly great donor. You're not only able to stay without donating for even a second. You're not able to stay without donating for even a second. Many devoted souls have become donor souls from the copper age. But no matter how great they are in donating, they have not become donors of the unlimited treasures. They become donors of perishable treasures and things. At the conference age, you elevated souls become unending and constantly great donors. Ask yourself the question: are you constantly a great donor? Or are you a donor according to the time? Or are you a donor according to the chances you receive? Constantly great donors remain busy all the time in donating in three ways. The first donation is that of giving powers with the mind. The second donation is that of giving knowledge with words. And the third donation is that of virtues with actions. Those who give these three types of donation can easily become great donors. However, the result is that the majority of you continues to donate knowledge with words, and you donate powers with your mind according to your capacity. But there are very few who donate virtues with action. At the present time, both types of souls, whether non-Jnani or Brahmins, have a need. And what's that need? Of the donation of virtues. At the present time, especially intensify this method for yourself and also for the Brahmin family. We have to intensify. Donating virtues through action. These divine virtues are the most elevated Prabhu Prasad, in brackets, holy food, blessed by God. So now distribute this prasad, holy food, a great deal. When you meet someone, the sign of your love for others is that you offer that one some toli. You're like toli, do you not? In the same way, feed one another. What do you got to feed one another? The toli of virtues. It is very creative, the toli of virtues. By using this method, the aim of the conference age, which is that of an angel becoming a deity, will easily be revealed in everyone. Constantly keep this practice in your awareness. What is the practice? I'm a child of the Western. I'm a constantly great donor. You have to donate. To whom do we have to donate? Yeah. To non-Jnani souls and Brahmin souls. But Brahmin souls already have knowledge anyway. And so you can become donors in two ways. One, give whatever power a soul needs with your mind. That is, donate the powers to them. That is, give them cooperation with a pure attitude and through vibrations. So this is one of the methods to donate to non-Jnani as well as Brahmin soul. Second method, constantly be an embodiment of virtues with your actions in your practical life. Because a visible sample, or says become a visible sample, and easily give others cooperation by donating virtues to them. This is known as the donation of virtues. To donate means to cooperate. Because nowadays, instead of listening, Brahmin souls wish to see some practical proof. Whatever you give, whenever you give someone guidance to imbibe power within himself or to imbibe virtues, then some have the thought within their hearts, and some even say, who has become such an embodiment of virtues? They wish to see the practical proof of that. They don't want to hear something. You say to one another, who has become this? We have seen everyone. When something comes up, you say, well, no one has become this as yet. Everything is okay. However, these are words of carelessness. They are not accurate words. What is accurate? To follow Father Brahma. Father Brahma constantly considered himself to be
an instrument. Example. An instrument example. And he made this aid a constantly practical qualification. Whoever takes on the responsibility is Arjuna. That is, those who make themselves the instruments to become the practical fruit are Arjuna. That is, they become number one. If you wish to follow the Father, you will not become number one by looking at others. Instead, you will not become number one by looking, if you wish to follow the Father. He didn't look at others. He says that you will not become number one by looking at others. Instead, you will be number one. The sign of a number one soul is that he will consider himself to be an instrument in every elevated task, to be a sample in order to make it simple for others. To look at someone else, whether senior, junior, or equal to you, even to look at another one and think, when that one becomes this, I will become this. Then that one has already become number one. You automatically then become in the list of those who are number ones. So a constantly great donor keeps himself busy at every second, busy in doing what? In donating in any one of the three ways. That is, he mentioned before, through the mind, through words, and through action. He is constantly engaged in doing service according to the time. He does not have any time to listen to or see anything wasteful. So you have become, I was asking, so have you become such great donors? Now underline this. Have you become constant? If you, Bible says, if whilst being a bestower, there is a break again and again, then that which is broken cannot be called complete. So, at the present time, you need to become bestowers of virtues by performing special actions. Let each of you think you constantly have to perform the special task of becoming an embodiment of virtues and make others into embodiments too. So let each one of you consider yourself to be a number one instrument. To use this method in order to finish any weaknesses in yourself and others and continue to move forward. And what is the method? Become number one in donating in those 3 ways. You have a lot of knowledge, but now let the virtues emerge. Be an example of becoming full of all virtues and also make others this action. Okay. To the constant yogi souls, to the souls who are constantly embodiments of all virtues, to the special souls who are great donors and cooperative souls at every second and in every thought, to those who become samples in being elevated, and as simple examples to inspire others, to those who consider themselves to be number one instruments and who give the practical proof of that, to the souls who are similar to the Father, love, remembrance, and namaste from Bhakta. So, Murli, that is page 3/4, and so much Baba has given us. So we shall now have some sweet remembrance, see how much are we the practical proof. So back to the Murli. Lady Janaki arrived in Melbourne after a tour of Australia, Singapore, and Malaysia, etc. It was in 1993. Everyone's remembrance is reached here. The children from all four directions are constantly in front of the Father. The practical proof of this is that whenever you remember the Father, you experience Him to be close to you and with you. To be close to you and with you. You say Baba with your heart, and the Comforter of hearts becomes present in front of you. This is why it is said, the Lord is present in front of you. He is ever present in front of you. Wherever you are, whoever you are with, He becomes present in front of everyone. This is why the Lord is ever present in front of you. People cannot understand this system of love. Only Brahmin souls know this. Those who have experienced this, know this experience. All of your special souls were combined anyway, are you not? You cannot be separated. People say, wherever I look, I only see you. Whereas you say, whatever I do, wherever I go, the Father is with me. That is, wherever I go, you again, Baba is here. Just as your task is with you, so too, the one who inspires you to perform the task is also constantly with you. This is why he is remembered as Karan Karama. So you are combined, are you not? The only, says, the one who does and the one who inspires. You are combined, are you not? The one who does and the one who inspires. It is we combine with that one. So what is the sign of all of you? It is combined, is it not? The one who inspires is constantly with the one who does. And the one who does will be us. I do. The one who inspires, that is Baba, is not separate from you. This is known as the combined stage. All of you are playing your very good parts of being examples in front of other souls and making it simple for them. It feels like that, does it not? To make that which is difficult easy is to follow the path. It is like this, is it not? You played a good part, did you not? Wherever special actors are, they cannot stay without playing special parts. This is fixed in the drum. Action. Okay. It's very good to tour around. You toured around and then came back to your sweet home. A tour of doing service is a special tour for giving special zeal and enthusiasm to other souls. Everything is all right, is it not? Everything is good. The destiny of the drama definitely pulls you. Even if you want to stay here, if it is not in the drama, what can you do? Even if you think about it, you still have to go. It is destined to be. Bible says it is destined in the destiny to go, even if she wants to stay in Melbourne. It is destined in the destiny of service, and it enables its own tasks to be carried out. The system is of coming and going, action. The garden is good. So, I will say, as a note here, please look. Baba used the word, akhand, which implies without end, without break, and continually. But to make it fit with the context in which the word constantly has been used, not broken, so we use it. So that way they translated it as constantly. Personal meeting with Abhi and Pramdada, the first one, the theme. In order to experience God's love, be detached from the waves of sorrow. At the conference age, Pramdada has given you many treasures. And all of these treasures, the most elevated treasure, and of all these treasures, the most elevated treasure of all is the treasure of constant happiness. So this treasure of happiness always stays with you, does it not? No matter what situations come, your happiness cannot leave. When a situation of any waves of sorrow comes, do you remain happy even then? Or are there some waves? This is because you are at the conference age, are you not? So, on one side, it is the land of sorrow, and on the other side, it is the land of happiness. So, some situations of waves of sorrow will come in front of you, but those waves of sorrow mustn't cause you any sorrow inside. For instance, in the hot season, there will be hot weather, but it is up to you to protect yourself. So you will hear of situations of sorrow, but do not let them influence your heart. This is why it is said, be detached and loved by God. Only when you are detached from waves of sorrow will you be loved by God. To the extent that you are detached, you will accordingly be loved. Check yourself to see what do we have to check? How detached you are. To the extent that you are detached, you will accordingly easily continue to experience God's love. So, daily check how detached and how loved you are, because this is God's love. And it cannot be received in any other age. God's love cannot be received in any other age. However much you want to receive, It can only be received now. If not now, then it can never be received at any other time. And you receive God's love for such a short time. How much we have to value this time as well as God's love. So you have to experience a lot in a short time. Let's say it's short. And only this time you can take that effort and we experience that God's love. So are you doing that? People of the world spend so much time and wealth in order to experience happiness, whereas you have easily received the treasure of imperishable happiness. Did you spend anything? People spend a lot to get happiness, all this comfort, facilities, and such. What else is there that you would spend in front of happiness? So continue to sing these songs of happiness. And these songs of happiness, which is one of Baba's favorite songs, Genesis. I have attained what I wanted to. You have attained it, have you not? When you receive something, you dance in happiness. Continue to share the happiness. Continue to share this happiness with others. The more you share, the more it increases, because to share means to increase. Let anyone who comes into connection with you experience your being happy, because you have elevated attainments. People in the world have sorrow all the time, whereas you have happiness all the time. To give happiness to someone who is unhappy is the greatest of all charity. People do not want much, they want to just be peaceful and happy. So, have all of you become free from obstacles and are flying ahead? Or do little obstacles stop you? It is the duty of obstacles to come. And it is your duty to become victorious. Since the obstacles are doing their work so well, you, Master Almighty authorities, must also remain constantly successful in your task of being victorious. Always remember, we are the souls who are destroyers of obstacles. You experience in a practical way the memorial of being destroyers of obstacles. Do you not? Actually, you experience in a practical way the memorial of being destroyers of obstacles. Do you not? Who is the destroyer of obstacles? The nation, which is the memorial. Second group meeting with Baba. So let's pause for a moment and see how detached we are, how free from obstacles we are. Second group meeting, the theme, in order to make your stage unshakable, remember your title of the Master Almighty Authority. Do you experience yourselves to be always full of all treasures? That is, to be souls who are always full. The sign of those who are full is that they remain unshakable. They do not fluctuate. To the extent that something is empty, there will accordingly be that much upheaval. Any type of upheaval, whether of thoughts, words, relationships, or connections. If there is any type of upheaval, it shows that you are not full of all treasures. Be unshakable in your thoughts and even in your dreams. The more you remain aware that your form of a master almighty authority has emerged, the more this upheaval will become merged. Let the awareness of being a master almighty authority emerge in a practical way. Just as the occupation of your body remains emerged, it doesn't become merged. In the same way, let the occupation of Brahmin life remain emerged. So check. Does it remain emerged or does it become merged? When it remains emerged, the sign of that is you will feel intoxication in every action you perform. When it remains emerged, it comes out as a seal. The sign of that is that you will feel intoxication in every action you perform, and others will experience you to be powerful souls. This is called being unshakable and beyond upheaval. So it's very applied here. If this happens, you apply this feeling of giving happiness and being in the emerged form, others will see and they will also experience. Achal Karma, that is the form of stability. Achal Karma is your memorial. So always remember your occupation. And what is your occupation? I am a master almighty authority, because all souls are nowadays extremely weak. And weak souls need power. So Baba says, weak souls need power. Who will give them power? Those who are master almighty authorities themselves, the ones with all powers. When you meet other souls, what things do they share with you? When you meet other souls, what things do they share with you? They only tell you about their weaknesses, do they not? They are unable to do what they really want to do. And so the result of this is that they're weak. Whereas you put into practice whatever thoughts you have. So the sign of the Master Almighty authorities. So the sign of Master Almighty authorities is that their thoughts and their actions will be the same. It would not be that they have very elevated thoughts, but when it comes to performing actions, they are unable to have those elevated thoughts. This is not called being a master almighty authority. So check. Are the elevated thoughts you have also put into practice, or are you unable to do that? The sign of a master almighty authority is that whenever a particular power is needed, that power is used at that time. Or is it that it comes a little later, after you have invoked it? Is it that it is remembered after the situation has passed? It shouldn't have been like that, but like this. Shouldn't be like after the situation passed, but at the right time. This means it was not used at that time of need. Just as your physical organs are able to follow your orders, you can use your hands when and however you want. In the same way, let these subtle powers be so much under your control that you are able to use whatever power you want when you. So, do you have such controlling power? You don't think I didn't want to do that, but it happened, do you? So, constantly check your controlling power and continue to become powerful. All of you, Bob is asking, are all of you in the flying stage? Or are some of you in the ascending stage and others in the flying stage? Or is it sometimes the flying stage, sometimes the ascending stage, and sometimes the stage of simply walking? Don't promises. So, does it keep changing, or is it moving forward constantly? When any obstacle comes, how long does it take you to become victorious? Very interesting question. Does it take time? This is because you are knowledgeable, are you not? You also have knowledge of obstacles. When you use your power of knowledge, the obstacles will not attack you, but will be defeated. The obstacles will be defeated, will not attack you. This is called being a master almighty authority. So this occupation must emerge at Amrit, and then you have to check throughout the day and check. Okay, Baba's blessing for today. May you be a conqueror of obstacles and marry. What would you like to marry? Or who would you like to be a conqueror of obstacles? And marry your complete stage. That is, attain your complete stage by wearing your armor of the power of tolerance. And Baba explains this very interestingly. Baba says, in order to marry, that is, to attain your complete stage, renounce any childish games of carelessness and become strong with the power of tolerance. The power of tolerance is the armor with which to protect yourself from all obstacles. When you do not wear this armor, you become delicate. You then tell the Father the things He has told you. Sometimes you have a lot of zeal and enthusiasm, and at other times you become disheartened. Now, leave this ladder of climbing up and down, and constantly have zeal and enthusiasm, and your complete stage will then come close to you. That is slogan for today. To have mercy on many souls with the power of remembrance. To have mercy on many souls with the power of remembrance and service is to be merciful. Oh, so, sweetheart Helena, Baba wants us to become free from obstacles, detached. He wants us to make number one effort. Wants us to use all the treasures in the right way. And not only in the right way, but at the right time when it is needed. Oh, Shanti. You have a very powerful day. Have a sweet remembrance.